Hello, 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 hello. Okay, I've got two things going on here. Hopefully you guys can hear me and see me today. Yay. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another Hair Talk Tuesday. Today's topic is near and dear to my heart, and hopefully you guys, like I said, can hear me. I'm going to go ahead and share this really quick. Okay, so welcome to another Hair Talk Tuesday with Textures Hair Care. My name is Ashley Ford, and I am the owner of Textures Hair Care LLC and creator of Serenity Naturals. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's topic, like I said, is near and dear to my heart. It is confidence and natural hair with kids. Today, we're going to talk about building your child's confidence with their natural hair. I'm sorry, y'all. My hair is doing something crazy today. So, one of the things that I want to talk about and to encourage, especially parents of young little girls, is to create confidence in a space where they can feel like it's okay to be this natural haired young lady with big, beautiful curls or locks or braids or twists. I say this because a lot of times what happens, and I've seen it, I have three little girls, where we start wearing our hair out, and right, because I want to be the parent that allows my child to wear her hair out and maybe in twist outs. And right now they're at home and on camera. But when they start to go back to school, I want her to feel like she loves her hair and she can walk into any room and command attention and feel a certain way about herself, that, she's confident and our hair is an extension of us. Like, if I'm having a bad hair day, chances are it's gonna be a bad day. At least for me, I'm someone who, I don't have to have the bottom half of me together, but this part has to be done and look like something in order for me to feel okay. And I know that not everybody is like that, but the thing that gets me is a lot of times we will um, create a space for us to be okay. And then our kids are kind of left to fend for themselves. And everybody doesn't look like us. Everybody doesn't have curly hair like us. Everybody doesn't have big hair like us. All three, well, the baby doesn't count because she's starting to grow her hair. But my oldest two have big, beautiful curls, and their hair is just amazing. It does things that mine doesn't. And I would love to have that. And the thing about it is, so would other people, which is why a lot of our girls are getting bullied for how their hair looks, and especially their natural hair, because other people want it. And when you don't have what someone else has, a lot of times you feel like you need to put that person down or bully them. And that's what we see in our children, is they're getting bullied for things because other people are jealous of what they have. And so it's up to us to create a space where it's okay for them to be different. Um, Today's picture of our Hair Talk Tuesday, if you saw my post, is a girl who has one side straight and the other side curly, and she's kind of given this like funky face to the straight side. And I kind of want to do the same, because the thing about it that drives me crazy is that we're having these conversations in corporate America about what professional is or what something looks like, because our hair is luminous and voluptuous and it's big, and we may wear an afro one day and it's wild and beautiful, but to someone else it's seen as unprofessional. Or locks being something that isn't acceptable in a courtroom or in some schools. And that in itself is wrong on so many different levels. There are women who are Caucasian who will sit in a chair and get their hair permed. No one says anything to them. Or if they're born with curly hair and they wear their hair curly, no one says it's unprofessional for them to do it. But because ours is curly and probably bigger, and let's be honest, sometimes with the springy curls, some of these curly girls that have springy curls, they're absolutely gorgeous, but it's seen as unprofessional. Switching sides to braids. When we were wearing cornrows, it was hood and ghetto, but then let someone like a Kim Kardashian wear it, and now all of a sudden it's boxer braids. The point that I'm making is that it doesn't matter what someone else says. It doesn't matter how someone thinks about us. It's up to us to be okay with looking at our hair and going, we are dope. And we have to teach our kids the same thing. I've seen it far too many times where people will sit, or kids will sit and just bully another person or make fun of them about their hair. And so I want to take the time for this topic today to encourage parents to please give your child the freedom to express themselves through their hair, and create that confidence that no matter what they have going on their head, that you feel like, or they feel like they can walk into any room and command respect. It's just near and dear. We've come too far to really be at this space that we're in. So one of the tips that I want to talk about today is, I have 3 tips actually to helping your child create the confidence in themselves so that they can rock their hair however they feel like they want. One of those is to explain to them that their hair is an extension of themselves. If you decide that, or if they decide today they're just not having a good day and they want to rock a bun because that's how they're feeling, it's okay. Or, if they're feeling their hair like, last week I was really feeling mine. That's okay too. But to create a space where they can say, today I decided that I just want to put my hair in a messy bun and throw some glasses on. Teach them how to be cute with what they have. That is okay. The problem that I'm seeing in a lot of us as parents is we're like, well, why you didn't comb your hair today? Well, maybe that's how they felt today. Maybe that's how they're feeling. And we see it as, well, you're not going to leave this house looking crazy. But if they're feeling a certain way and they feel like they're okay with how they look, let them do that. And we have to create a space where they are okay to do so. The next thing is to talk positive about their hair. This is one that drives me crazy because I feel like the word nappy has gotten out of hand. I am okay with my naps. Okay. I am okay with kinky hair. I am okay with coily hair. I'm okay with springy curls. However, we will use that word in a way that is so negative, and it passes on to our kids. And so when someone else says it, they hear it at home, and then someone else says it to them at school or wherever they may be. And now we have this stigma about nappy hair. And it's like, well, embrace your naps is what we say now that someone else has said it to our child, but we talk about it in a way that is negative to begin with. And so then it's a continuation of negativity as someone else approaches them and says, well, your hair is nappy and this and that. We need to use different words. And so, there are certain brands called Nappy Roots, and that's great. Like I said, I love my naps. Um, I'm sure other people do too. But when it comes to kids, we need to pick different words, use different vocabulary, use it in a way that celebrates it. If you're going to use the word nappy, celebrate them. Say, I love my naps and you should love yours too. Or I love my kinks and you should love yours too. Teach our kids how to respond to certain words, especially when it comes to hair care. We don't want to, every time you see them, why your hair always looking so nappy, this, that, and the third. And then they leave your house and they allow someone else to say the exact same thing to them. And then now that confidence level has gone down so much and we can't get it back. And then they want to cut their hair off, relax their hair, wear wigs or this, that, and the third, because we haven't given them the space to know and understand that their hair is, you are enough. Your hair is great. Your hair is beautiful. Your curls are awesome. There are people who would kill for your curls. As a matter of fact, they make wigs that look like your curls. We have to be able to tell our kids that. And the third thing, and I'm working on this myself, is to give our kids creative freedom. Now, this is hard for a lot of mamas, especially if you have girls. I am one who will just do their hair for the week and we're done. But sometimes my girls want to have bangs, or they want to wear their hair down, or they want to put it up in a bun. Sometimes they want ponytails. The point that I'm making is every so often, I'm not saying all the time, because especially if you have kids that are younger than 12, give them the opportunity to say, first of all, take a step back from being so hard on your kids when it comes to their hair and their confidence. And then also, I want to encourage you to create a space where they can talk to you about their goals, their dreams, their hair, their beauty. Because what ends up happening is we get to a place where we're restricting everything that they do, and we're doing this and that, and we're creating ourselves, or we're creating what we think they should look like, and we're giving them these words and tools and all of these different things that we think, and we're not giving them the opportunity to tell us what they think. What is it that you want to do with your hair? Do you want to lock your hair? Do you want to cut your hair? Would you like to have your hair in a ponytail? I struggle because my kids have a lot of hair. I mean, down to their behinds almost. And so for me, it's more about manageability and not having to always detangle and that sort of thing. So I'm challenging even myself to try to figure out a way for me to help them learn how to manage their hair. And if that's maybe I twist it and I give them a twist out, well, then now I have to teach her how to wrap her hair up at night and to, you know, make sure that she can fluff it out the next day. Those are things that I learned myself. And so it's up to me to teach her how to do those things, especially because more often than not, little girls are going to want to wear their hair down. I just remember when I was younger and my mom was not here for my hair being down unless it was picture day. If you were taking a picture, sure, and it was probably half up, half down, less uh, all the way down, and more of this like you had a little ponytail to the side, and the back had some curls, but that was her style. That was what she wanted me to have, and I'm not saying that your kids have to have a bunch of freedom or that you have to relax what you do for them because the truth of the matter is you are the parent. But what I am saying is that we have to create a space for them to be creative too, because otherwise we take over and then they don't know that they can be creative and it be okay. So one time that they want to wear their hair all crazy to school and you allow them to do that. And then they come back and say that everybody made fun of them. And you go, see, that's why you should let me. So that's the point that I'm making. Try to get over yourself. And I'm talking to myself. I really am because I feel like I'm in the same boat. Um, it is what it is. We have to do that. We have to create confidence within them. And then also in other people that we see. If you know someone cut all of her relaxed hair off, well, don't ask her why in a negative way. But, what made you do that? That sort of thing. Those are things that are okay because you don't necessarily know what that person may have been going through with their hair or what they may have been going through emotionally. And they say, if a woman cuts her hair off, she's starting her life over. She's really taking charge of her life and doing something that's really bold. So it's up to us to create a space where that's okay. Too often are we looked at